The Morning Tea was recorded in front of a live studio audience that definitely wasn't being held hostage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of The Morning Tea. Let's take a sip. On today's episode, we have a 15-season star and winner of 15 Nickelodeon awards for his TV show, Mr. Borjack Horseman.
Borjack!
Mr. Horseman. I can hear some boos, so that's accurate. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
That's fine. Take us. No worries.
I'm not used to taking seats. The light is very blinding. I got this. Okay, there we go.
A consummate professional, your 15 years of TV shine through as ever, Mr. Horseman. How are you doing?
Terrible, as always.
Terrible. Well, that is part of the reason why we wanted to talk to you today. Do you want to tell us all a little bit about why you're feeling terrible? What's got you feeling this way?
Well, if I drink enough, I'll probably be more open and honest enough. And to be honest, there's a lot of things wrong with me. You see, I used to be a star. People used to care about me. 15 Nickelodeon Slime Awards. But after all that slime settles in my shower drain, I'm just me, Bojack. You know, all those awards don't really mean anything at the end of the day. Years pass, the seasons change. Shows just seem to debilitate after each season. Like nothing's ever really good or as good as the first season. And that was just like my show. But it was a cash cow. And, you know, Gazumba was the catchphrase, and that was heavily marketable. But after those seasons and one MTV headline, it all changed. It all changed.
It all changed. When we met this morning, we talked and you said that you wanted to face consequences for your actions. What does that mean exactly?
Well, you see, most of my life, every single decision I made has been extremely selfish. And oftentimes, whenever I do something that should get me in trouble, I would never get in trouble for it. Someone else would always take the blame, or I would put the blame or pit the blame on someone else and I'd get away. I was tired of other people taking the consequences for my own actions.
Well, Mr. Horseman, I think here on the Morning Tea with Bobby Beldrum, we try to help people with their problems. And today I'd like to give you a couple of opportunities to face some consequences of your actions in the past. How does that sound?
Oh, great.
Great.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Let me air all my dirty laundry for the whole world to see and know that it's not just the MTV headline that screwed my life over. The real thing that screwed my life over was myself.
Well, we have a few guests for you to speak to who have a bit of a bone to pick.
Oh, God.
Our first guest, please welcome out Marilyn.
Wahoo!
Marilyn.
Marilyn, I am so sorry.
Now, Borjack, let's give Marilyn a chance to speak.
Wow.
Okay.
Marilyn, what do you have to say to Borjack?
Posy.
Well, you stabbed me. Twice. Oh my
You still stand, Marilyn. And to be fair, just to clear up on air, I just want you guys to know it was not intentionally supposed to be
Borjack,
okay?
Borjack, take some responsibility like you've wanted.
I know, but that was actually legitimately not my fault. I know I want to take
This is what we're trying to do here. Get you to come to terms with your actions.
He watched David Blaine specials, and I believed him. I was also incredibly high, so I'll take consequences for that action. But I swear to God, I did not mean to actually stab Marilyn. That was a prop knife that a homeless man sold to me for $50.
How do you feel about that, Marilyn?
Well,
That was the start of a very, very weird day for me.
Please tell me, what else do you feel you have to say to Borjack? What do you think that he is responsible for that he can take ownership of right now?
You don't mind if I smoke, do you?
We're in a TV studio, so it's probably best not to. You might set off the fire alarms.
Okay, well, I actually disabled them before this, so.
Oh, well, in
Just
that
making
case,
sure that was the only excuse. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay, go for it. Marilyn.
Because of the stabbing, it would have to be having surgeries. And during the surgeries, the doctor forgot the anesthetics.
Okay, how is that my fault? That is like medical negligence. That is not
They
on me.
gave me lots of morphine. I have never been doing drugs before, so the rest of the day was a haze that ended in my overdose.
Did Borjack lead to your overdose?
The last thing I am remembering is looking at green stars.
Do you accept that you fed her so many drugs that she started seeing green stars? They don't even exist, Borjack.
Okay, well, if you wear certain shades of lenses, stars can look green. Okay, and she was wearing those lenses. Okay,
So
I don't
look,
think that had anything to do with me. But
we're
yes,
not
we did
getting
do a lot of
anywhere
drugs.
here, Borjack. We're not getting anywhere here. So I say we move on to our second individual who's here to try and get you to accept some of your actions.
Okay, well, let me just say this. Marilyn, I am so sorry for being your friend. Because at the end of the day, me being a friend with anyone, it just ruins their lives. And I thought maybe you could help my life enough that I'd be able to help your life. But I realize now I only made it worse.
You
So thank you for
almost
that.
ended it.
Yeah, I know. And I'm a bitch for it. I deserve the worst. And I deserve your hate. I don't deserve your friendship. I never did.
Borjack, I feel like we're making real progress here. So in the spirit of that progress,
yeah, that's
we're going to invite out Cyan from our soundproof
dear
studio.
God, not Cyan. No, I can't handle Cyan. Right after Marilyn, are you?
Cyan wanted to say a few things to you as well. Cyan is your ex-girlfriend, Borjack, for those at home who don't know.
Well, at least it's not Kaminsky.
Things ended badly, right?
Yes, it did.
Cyan, why don't you tell us?
Okay. Borjack and I dated on and off for 15 seasons. We had on-air chemistry. I was playing like the girl next door that eventually fell for him. And then we had a whole comedy thing. And then off the set, we started doing a lot of cocaine and a lot of drinking. And we just hooked up one night. And then it just became a thing. And then it became a thing of how much we hated ourselves and then hated each other. And so we just took it out on each other constantly with just passionate, angry sex constantly, back and forth every night, you know, just dealing with every one of his issues and my issues and so on and so forth, just through just violent, angry sex. And we must have been arrested like 5 or 6 times in the process of it all. And yeah, and then Borjack just one day was just like, I'm breaking up with you. Finally, we're done. I'm moving on with my career. And I didn't see him again until he came to Los Santos. And I confess my heart was happy to see him, but my head was angry and pissed that he hadn't called me in years.
Borjack, why didn't you call her?
I sold my cell phone and got off my data service plan that was $250 a month to spend it on cocaine.
You foregoed the opportunity to call your girlfriend and let her know that you were okay and alive for cocaine?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like any rational superstar would do the exact same thing.
And do you feel bad about this, Borjack?
At the time, no. No, I didn't. Because, to be honest, I think that Cyan is a piece of shit. But I also am a piece of shit. And I gave a part of my heart, which is a piece of shit, to her. So who's to say that the piece of shit side of Cyan is not just me? Refracted onto me when I look into her because I gave a piece of me to her, which was a piece of shit.
You know, there are people in your life that help you become the person you end up being. You can be grateful for them, even if they were never, meant to be in your life forever. I hear what you say. I don't forgive you. You're a piece of shit and I hate you. But, at least I know that that little piece of shit in my heart that I became is all because of you. All because of you.
All right, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. I wanted to know that I was the root issue to all your problems. Everything. All of your downhill spirals of emotional trauma. That was all because of me.
Yep.
Thank you. That's all I really wanted to know.
Yep, I would
don't
not
care
have
if I'm
become a
good or
cocaine
not.
addict if not for you and your influence. I wouldn't be an alcoholic if not for you and your influence. I probably wouldn't have whatever fucking STD you gave me if not for you. I would be happy. I would be happy and I wouldn't be working at a fucking burger shop in the middle of Los Santos.
Borjack, how does that make you feel? Do you feel like you can take responsibility for that?
Listen, every happy ending has a day after the happy ending. However, I don't think I ever got that happy ending. And I feel like I took those happy endings away from the people I met.
Ladies and gentlemen, the morning tea with Bobby Beldrum will be back after a short message from our sponsors.
Are you hot and looking to party? Down bad or up good? A grinder or someone ready to grind? Come down to Bahama Mama's, the most banging club in Los Santos, where the drinks are always flowing and the beats bumping. Bring your friends and get down, dirty, and flirty. Or come with your boo and cuddle up in one of our cozy love booths. Don't get left out of the premier nightclub experience in the city. I can't wait to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the morning tea with me, Bobby Beldrum. I'm sitting here with Borjack Horseman. And before we went to the break, Borjack, we were speaking about how Marilyn and Cyan wanted me to talk to you about something.
Yeah, okay.
And it seems to me, Borjack, like potentially your entire life is a lie. Cyan, that's not even her name. Her name's Ursula, and she's known you for 3 days. You didn't date for 15 seasons. You've known her for 3 days.
That's not true. That
It is
is not true.
Ursula?
Yeah, it's actually true. You literally walked into Burger Shot, said, "Hey, what's your name?" And I said, "Ursula." And you said, "Hey, let's go do an exorcism." And then there was a laugh track and we went and did it. And I just went along with it because it was a lot of fun and I enjoy doing bits. And then this bit became really sad, but still kind of fun. So I kept going along with it. And now here's the part of the bit where we break the shit out of your mind because, well, everything I think you think has happened in your life has never actually happened. You were never a sitcom star. I looked it up. There was no Bori in the Burger Shot. There was no Bori House. There was no Slime Awards or anything like that. This woman, her name is Posy. She's not even, named Marilyn or whatever the hell you decided to name. There's no NBO contract. Half the phone calls you get, I bet if you check your phone records, never actually happened. Like, you're just a very, very delusional man. And it's been fun, but like, I'm seriously concerned about your mental health right now. If you're really buying into all of this, and I feel bad that we're all buying into it with you.
And Borjack, if I can interject really quickly, I think this is what you may have wanted deep down all along, yearning for someone to just break you out of this delusion. That's what you meant when you said you wanted responsibility, isn't it?
Listen, sometimes I think I was born with a leak. And any goodness I started with just slowly spilled out of me and now it's all gone. And I'll never get it back in me. It's too late. Life is a series of closing doors, isn't it? And I just didn't want to close that last door. I thought that making up this fabrication of me being some sort of celebrity would add sympathy to my entire life. My whole story, all of it, fabricated. It was the ultimate act. I thought that saying that I was some big deal hotshot back in the day would, I don't know, give me some traction to have my feet in the city. But she's right. I've only been here for 3 days. Her name is Ursula.
And I had a lot of fun fake arguing with you about things that never happened. That was a lot of fun.
Borjack, I think the fact that you were able to say that right now It means you're showing real progress. And maybe you can start taking responsibility and accepting those things you did in the past, like leading Posy into a drug overdose, which is very sad. What do you think?
Listen. I am a huge piece of shit. And I don't mind admitting that. My whole entire story, being fake, I think just makes me more of a piece of shit. And I think I just played into that. But now I realize that that part wasn't an act. Everything else was, but I'm just a huge piece of shit.
You know,
So,
Bori,
go on.
Borjack, I just want to let you know, sometimes life's a bitch, but you keep on living. Just keep living.
Well, I know, but I want to feel good about myself. The way you do. Hell, the way all of you do. And I don't know how. I don't know if I can.
Even if no one appreciates you, it's important that you don't stop being good.
But
Where do you think you go from here, Borjack? Now that you've accepted all of this and told the world the truth.
you know, I guess I'll figure my life out. Turn a new leaf. Become what everyone thought I was, but actually live that life. Be that person that everyone wants to be. Be the best version of myself. Which in my head isn't that great, but I want to live what you guys may idolize me as becoming.
Borjack, you say you're ready to move on as the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
Well, it's simple. I need
Oh God.
Borjack?
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 Borjack? Borjack. Oh God.
Oh, thank God.
Oh God.
Are you,
Okay,
you
he's
doing
getting up.
okay?
Oh God.
I need to be a
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Is anybody here a doctor?
What the fuck?
Is anyone here a doctor?
Horse is dead.
Bonus.
Holy shit.
Cut.
Oh God, Borjack.
Wait, that's not part of script?
This is not a part of the script.
Oh, shit.
Gazumba?
What is there?
Can someone please call 911?
Bunny is a doctor.
We need 911 like yesterday.
Oh my
Oh
God.
God. Oh God.
You can't say somebody. Oswald, can you call 911, please?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Let me do CPR. It always works.
Borjack, you were just making progress.
Oh God.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Join us next week on The Morning Tea with Bobby Beldrum. Thank you.
God, I'm so sad I never slept with him.
Wow.
This
too much
you almost
right
killed
there.
me. Doesn't mean you have to be dying. Did you check his
Saying
pulse?
Kazumba over and
Is he
over
breathing?
again doesn't make him
Kazumba.
wake up.
What happened?
Honestly, me and Ella were not trained in defib.
Sound
Can you not be trained in defibrillator?
saved
Oh my
a wretch like me.
Okay, we need to get him to the hospital.
Yes, we do. Okay.
So
I'll hook him up to O2
was
in the car, in Lambo, okay?
Yep, you want to grab him? Let's go. I'll call the doctors.
and found
Borjack.
My name's
was
Kyle.
Bye.